So, welcome to today's deep dive. Today's mission for you, the curious learner, is we're exploring why here in 2026, mass adoption of electric vehicles it's hit a total brick wall.
Yeah, which is wild because EVs can go hundreds of miles on a single charge now. Range anxiety is officially dead. The tech is practically flawless.
Right, but no one is buying them, and we are unpacking this fascinating stack of strategic frameworks today that reveal it's not a technological problem at all, is it?
No, not even a little bit. It is a profound crisis of human perception. People aren't just rejecting a new machine, they're fiercely defending their identity.
I love how the essays we looked at frame this using Plato's Allegory of the cave. It's just the perfect lens.
Oh, absolutely.
Because for a century, drivers of internal combustion engines, they've lived comfortably with the shadows on the cave wall, you know? The engine roar, the smell of gas, the whole ritual of the gas station.
Yeah, and dragging them out of that cave into the blinding sun of a silent digital EV, it doesn't induce gratitude. It actually causes cognitive pain.
Cognitive pain. So it's basically like if someone confiscated your beloved messy French press and demanded you use a silent digital espresso machine.
Exactly. You aren't just giving them better coffee, you are stripping away a routine that anchors their entire morning. Aristotle actually called this concept second nature.
Second nature, right.
Yeah. When you repeat an action for decades, it ceases to be just a tool. It becomes a deeply ingrained part of your character. So giving up the gas car feels like an assault on their established daily existence.
Wow. And the psychological friction there is actually measurable, right? Like behavioral economics calls this loss aversion.
Right, and our sources highlight a very specific 2-to-1 ratio here.
Yeah.
The psychological pain of losing familiar agency, like the physical control of that 2-minute refueling stop,
Yeah.
it's literally twice as powerful as the pleasure of a new gain, like long-term cost savings.
Wait, really? I mean, I have a hard time buying that this emotional attachment can completely halt a global market transition. If EVs are objectively cheaper in 2026, shouldn't basic economics just win out?
Well, you'd think so, but look at where we are on the Rogers diffusion curve. We've sailed past the early adopters, and we're completely stalled out at the late majority.
Which is what, about 34% of the market?
Yeah, 34% skeptics, plus the laggards at 16%. And for these traditionalists, an EV is just this unserviceable black box. It actively threatens their mechanical self-sufficiency.
Because if you can't pop the hood and fix it yourself, you lose a certain type of freedom.
Precisely. To defend that identity, they retreat into cognitive dissonance. They use hyperbolized fake news, like, magnified rumors about battery fires, as a shield.
So admitting they should switch feels like admitting their whole way of life is obsolete. They aren't sitting down doing Cartesian logic and weighing the pros and cons. They're just protecting their ego.
Right. The brain weaponizes the misinformation to protect the habit.
But wait, if facts and logic just make them dig their heels in deeper, how on earth do we move forward? Do we just give up?
No, but the strategy has to pivot. We have to align, not convince. The sources say we must abandon that polarizing, altruistic messaging.
Like telling them to save the planet.
Exactly. That just triggers ideological defenses. Instead, you reframe the EV around the identity markers they already value.
Okay, so you stop selling it as a green initiative and you start marketing energy independence.
Yes. You highlight the instant torque and digital precision to appeal to the gearhead identity.
Oh, that makes so much sense. And what about the loss of the gas station ritual?
You frame charging not as an annoying stop, but as a background activity. Just plug it in while you sleep, like your smartphone.
So it shifts from a forced revolution to a more empathetic evolution, building a bridge instead of pushing them off a cliff.
Exactly.
That is fascinating. Well, the key insight here is that this transition really requires sociological navigation. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's deep dive.
And we want to leave you with this to ponder. If our resistance to new mobility technology is just our modern-day Plato's cave, what other familiar shadows are you fiercely defending in your own life that might be blocking your next great personal upgrade?